Lifestyle Strategy Team, how can I help you? All right, it's time for our Wednesday's Lifestyle Strategy Team. And joining us in the studio, my senior, your senior manager, Olivia Ih.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. May.
May.
Yeah.
Interesting, weird tidbit I was talking about. We were like, even before the show, we are just like, May.
May.
And I was like, May Day.
May Day.
And May Day came from the French word.
Help me.
Yeah,
Help.
May Day. And then because us Americans, we don't listen.
You changed it to May Day. It's totally different.
So it's like now it's like a stress call. It's May Day, but it was actually from the French word
Midday, absolutely.
Midday.
So we are in May and we're going to talk about family. Our precious families already,
Family month. Here in Korea, May is family month. There's so many May something days where it's related to the family.
Family, the Children's Day. We have Parents' Day.
And if
we
you
have
want
a
to
lot
consider,
of holidays.
you have Teachers' Day. I mean, they're not family, but
we
hey.
have Labor Day too.
Labor Day. I mean, Labor Day, it's just passed. But let's start off with the first sort of family day, which is Children's Day on May 5th,
yes,
right?
That's right. 5/5. May 5th is Children's Day in Korea. It's a very important day, of course, for the children. What do you usually do with your children?
Now my son is old enough.
He's wanting to go
now.
to amusement park, go out, and because he talks with his friends, right?
Yeah, before it was like he didn't know it was Children's Day, whatever. So it's just whatever.
Just chill at home. It was a relaxing day for you because you don't need to go and work, right?
So like last year I usually go to work on Children's Day.
Okay.
And so I took him to work, which he liked. He thought that was like a trip.
Okay, for him it was a good experience, right?
But then before, and then was it this past Children's Day on Monday, he was like, I told him to do something.
Yeah.
And he was like, what?
What?
Are you making me do something on
Homework
Children's Day?
on Children's Day.
Did you just tell me to do something on Children's Day? I was like, yeah, I mean, do it. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's Children's Day. Where's my present and stuff like that. So now he knows.
Okay. Does he ask for a present first? My children do now. I mean, they say, Mom, I want this, I want this, I want that.
Oh, yeah?
But their present, their gift is still okay. It's not like tablets or, smartwatches or these kind of things. It's more like Legos or things they can do manually.
I might actually enjoy my son's gift more than he does.
You buy it for yourself?
No, I mean, I buy him like Pokemon cards and I like opening up cards too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I used to do that when I was a kid.
It was your generation, Pokemon cards?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I was in middle school. So now he's doing that.
He's doing that,
And so I'm all like, I remember doing this. And we have our father and son time breaking out cards.
All these cards and interesting.
But we don't have Children's Day in like Western cultures.
Yeah,
There's no Children's Day in
I think
France.
it's Korean. I think I don't know from where it comes from exactly, but we don't have that in France either. I mean, we have Parents' Day, of course, and we divide Parents' Day into Mother's Day and Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
In Korea, we combine it into Parents' Day, but we don't know. We don't have what it's called Children's Day, per se.
Yeah, so I used to tell my parents all the time that I missed out on years of Children's Day when I lived in the United States, but yet you got a bunch
Bring
of
it
stuff.
back to me.
You got Father's Day, you got Mother's Day in the US. I always did stuff for you guys, but I got nothing.
You need to prepare your wallets in May. I mean, family, there's a lot of events, right?
Yeah, a lot of spending
gatherings,
that's going on.
A lot of restaurants. You have to book in advance.
Oh, yeah.
It's super hard these days, especially if you want to go to like barbecue places or like those kind of places where, it's pretty trendy. You definitely need to book in advance. And I mean, for me, it's quite easy because my mother is vegetarian. So you have you have some options.
That's hard though. If
you choose 한정식, like 한정식 and 한식, it's pretty
okay.
easy to find, those places.
And your kids are okay with that?
And my kids are fine. No, my kids are fine with that.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, though, we're talking about still on the topic of Children's Day. What do kids want for Children's Day these days? Because I feel like they have everything now, right? Kids these days have everything.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, we have Parents' Day too, so I mean, it's fairly they should have their Children's Day, I think. But for sure, like electronic gadgets, I mean, they want that, and now they want like more and more sophisticated stuff, like drones.
Your kids want drones?
I know. So my son had a friend who had it was not a drone, but it was something that was flying in the air, and for him, it was just like, oh my God, I need to get this. So he came home. I was like, Mom, you need to search for this. I want this for either my birthday or Christmas, or you figure it out what it is, right? So like they want those kind of like things with technology into it, right? Of course, cell phones, but I said in the last previous...
Oh, yeah,
that's
15
years
oh, my
old.
goodness.
That's not, so he can't even bring it up. My daughters are more into drawing, stickers. I mean, those things you can buy at Daiso for like only a few thousand won, so that's okay. But my son, he likes Legos a lot.
I feel like kids, right? If you have a son and a daughter, in the beginning, sons cost more.
Yes.
But later on, the girls are going to cost more.
They want more like
jewelry,
channel
all that
bags
stuff.
and all these things.
Yeah, they have to do their
makeup,
hair.
you know, like makeup, going to the hairdresser. All these things cost even more in the end. Massages and...
Kids these days, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we talk about how Korea is a very tech-savvy country? So are the kids. And so now all they want is electronics. And
sometimes it's just money because they want to buy it themselves.
Your kids already do that?
My son wants like, Mom, what is 10만 원? What is equivalent 10만 원? You know, like he brings the converter and it's like, oh, 10만 원 is about like $70 or $80. Mom, I want 10만 원. You know? So he asks for money now.
He takes it from you.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, absolutely. For me and my husband, so I was like, no, I'd rather buy you a present because you know it's going to cost less than the price, the money he asks. So, but I mean, they're growing, and he's going to ask that to his grandparents. I was like, go ask mom, grandmother, and grandfather. So they're going to give it to
kids these days, they learn so quickly, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember, what was it? Was it his... it was during 설날, I think it was.
Yeah.
My dad was over.
설날 추석.
Yeah, and there was time for like 세뱃돈.
Yeah.
And then I actually scolded my son for this. He went in there, and then my dad gave him all in 10,000 wons, the 만 wons.
Right.
So it was 5, right?
That's a lot
which is
already.
a lot for a
is.
6-year-old,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And then my son goes, I don't like this color.
I don't like the green. I
don't
like the
green.
orange. Right?
I like the orange. Yellow is the yellow one, right? I was like, oh my goodness. The yellow equals 5 of that. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh.
Okay.
But I feel more special if I have the one yellow one.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so kids nowadays, I mean, they money
really
already.
They're really fast, yeah.
I can't believe this. And now Koreans, it's not just us, but then like Koreans, Korean kids in general are just about money. But the other thing
we are too.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you know what I like though? Is that Children's Day we have off. And there's a reason why we have off on Children's Day. It's because we have to basically spend time.
Yeah, that's the point. Spending time with the children, taking them to, you know, amusement park or like just different places.
Would you actually go to the museum park on Children's Day?
No,
Like,
I don't go on,
right?
but I know many parents, they can only go on that day because, I mean, you know, either weekends also, but, you know, it's an event, you know, Children's Day, going there on Children's Day means
so
something because there's so
though.
many like performances. There are things that, you know, that are not there regularly.
Yeah.
So there are programs and things like that. I think I like just going to just parks, doing a nice picnic. You just feel that we are bonding together.
Yeah.
That we are here just like open and talk with each other, say we love each other, and that kind of bonding. We don't go to those very crowded places.
Yeah, I mean, because usually what they say, it's just like Children's Day is like energy drain day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much energy that you need in order to, you know, cater to everything that
they already wake up at 6 a.m. Mom, where's my gift? It's
Are you
just
serious?
like Christmas. Yeah, for them. You know? And they take advantage of this, and I mean, it's understandable too.
Yeah. Definitely, Children's Day is. I mean, it's a special day, and you know, they're only going to be a child for oh so long, and you want them to have the best of the
Until
memories.
when are you celebrating Children's Day?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a quick question. I say you're it's when you're not a child anymore.
Yeah. So that's about
Once
what?
you hit teen.
Okay.
So if you are a teenager, you're no longer a child.
Okay.
And so no more Children's Day stuff then.
Yeah, I would say around 12, 13 for me.
12, 13. Yeah. So
Around
once you
that's
hit
like
13.
pre-adolescence, pre-teenage.
And you know what the crazy thing about all this is? she's got all this, like she's going to cut Children's Day early, but they still don't have a cell phone yet. They turned 13, no Children's Day. Mom, can I have a cell phone? Not yet.
No, not yet.
You're not 15 yet. We're going to be talking about more of the Family Day celebrations that happen in the month of May. But we're going to take a short song break here. This is a great song, Crayon Pop with Bop Bop Bop. All right, the last track you heard, because we talked about children, Crayon Pop with Bop Bop Bop. All right, let's talk about Parents' Day.
Yes.
Parents' Day, we have to cater to both parents.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. And on each side, you know, you have to go to the in-laws and to your own parents when they live in Korea.
Yeah.
That's my case.
Yeah.
So it's always like, oh, do we go first to your parents or to my parents?
But do you do like the traditional where you give like the carnation on Parents' Day like you do?
Not really. Not really. We don't do that. But I mean, we still have to prepare a small envelope with some money in it.
See, that's the thing, right? Parents love cash. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't want
now
anything.
I understand what they say, when they say 돈이 최고야.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
before
yeah.
I was like, yeah, 돈이's 돈, you know, but like, 돈이 최고야. Even when you receive yourself money, you're like,
it feels good.
Yeah, it feels good, right?
Yeah, but it's
So
just that...
same thing. They don't say it. It's like, 이거, you know, 괜찮아. You know, they're like, oh, no, it's okay. But they accept it. You know, they keep it.
I feel like Parents' Day is the one day where parents, because like it's funny that you say this. Usually, like when you try to give them like 용돈, right?
Yeah.
Like allowance, they're like, oh no, it's okay.
괜찮아, 너가 써.
Yeah, you
it's
know,
okay. I know you have 3 kids. You
and
know?
you work so hard. You so hard to do this and stuff like that. But now Parents' Day, they accept it. It's just like open arms and stuff like that. But it is tradition, as I mentioned, that they used to put the carnation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it comes from the U.S. It's a tradition that comes from the U.S. And in Korea, it's much more developed than any other places. In France, we don't have that tradition, but we do give flowers, of course. It's part of the the ritual and the culture. But it doesn't have to be carnation specifically.
Yeah, I remember when I was, and the last time I did this, I feel like my kids come back from daycare,
and they made those, the origami, so the paper, and then they
put it onto you afterwards.
Or they write a small letter. Yeah, I had that for my kids.
And so it feels special. And I thought, I was like, oh my goodness, I remember doing this when I was in kindergarten, because before I immigrated to the US, I went to kindergarten, and we used to bring my mom over to kindergarten, and we had the whole ceremony and everything.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom's crying and stuff, and I'm like, why are you crying? I thought I pinched her with the pin or something like that. But it's just, it hits differently when you're also a parent.
I think so, yeah.
And you get this.
When your children come home and they have either like a carnation, they have a little, a plant, and they have like a handwritten letter, and, they give you some chocolate or something, it does hit you differently.
Yeah, so I'm a T. So it doesn't hit me as hard, but my wife cries every single year. Because it comes with the letter.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And then I asked him. I was like, Aaron, did the teacher help you write this, or did this come from your heart? And he was like, this came from my heart.
Oh, and then
you hear boing from my wife right next to us. But let's say, going back to the gifts here, usually Korean parents, aside from the obvious cash, what do they also like?
I think they like having vouchers,
If it's not cash and voucher.
It's not, yeah. But it's a disguise, Because if you give cash, it could be quite impersonal.
Yeah.
So if it's a voucher where you can spend that money somewhere, it's like, maybe, vouchers, gift coupons. Koreans love, during Chuseok, it's also like the meat, packet.
Oh, the meat set.
Hanwoo, the set you have, or just like fresh fruits, because fruits are very expensive in Korea.
Yeah.
I think these are the main gifts you usually give, and things that they need. Like for example, my father, I know he would love things that are related to sports, because he's a sportsman.
Yeah.
So it's like a putter, or like things that
those
more
are expensive.
Yeah. So I kind of skip. I don't do it every year. I give one big one, and then the next year is just a little letter with "I love you," and we skip it like that. But yeah, a heartwarming letter with a little bit of money and saying how we're thankful and how we love them. I think that's
you do all that stuff. That's why parents always say you need to have at least a daughter. The sons don't do this. The sons don't do this.
They never do that.
My mom was unfortunately cursed with 2 sons.
So I have to negotiate actually with my brother on the amount of money because I want to have him involved, not me only giving out the money because he's not in Korea, right? So it's like, okay, Adrian, let's give some money to mom and dad. I was like, how much do you want? Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's put it together. So it's like usually 10만 원 and 10만 원. So we put it together and then we give it to him. Yeah.
It is special. Oh, by the way, since we talked about gift certificates and vouchers, important tip for any of our listeners out there who might be doing this because, like you said, it is a little bit impersonal if you do the cash thing. Make sure, because usually the gift certificates, it's like a department store. Yeah. It's a department store, right? The usually. L or the S or
any other
any other ones, whatever it is. Make sure you buy the one that's near their house.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good advice.
One time I bought, I sent it over to my dad and he was like,
I don't want to go to Gyeonggi-do. And you give the outlet thing, go buy the outlet.
What do you want me to do with this? I can't do anything with this. I was like, I'll take it. No, you have to check. You have to make sure.
Yeah, and also the validity. If it's like, you can only go within 3 months.
Oh, I didn't know
like
that.
A year. Yeah, you have to check that too.
Let's talk about restaurants because while kids, you don't really, it doesn't matter, right? Kids, what do you want to eat? They're just like hamburgers or something like that, right? Like pizza or something. But for Parents' Day, choosing a restaurant can be very difficult.
Yeah, it can be, especially in Korea, when it's not always, the restaurants are not always kids friendly, except on Children's Day or Parents' Day, right? Yeah. It can be quite tough. But I think one of the good option is just to invite the family at home and you just order. That's one of the easiest options you can do now these days. So that's what we usually do because, if we take my husband's brother, his cousins, and like everyone, it can get we can be like 15 or 20. It can be a very big family gathering.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you do like the pre-wedding ceremony with it can be very big. So I just like, ordering some, my husband likes jokbal, so we just order jokbal and I make a salad. I make a nice French pie, or we do this kind of like fusion kind of food, and we just invite them home because usually we go see the grandparents, we go visit them, but we don't have that much time to invite them at home. Yeah. So that's, they're happy to move from their area, come to our place, and then spend some time.
So in Korea, usually if you do decide to go to a restaurant, right? Korean parents like hanjik.
Oh yeah.
You can't go like, I reserved a fancy Italian restaurant. They were like, I can't eat that stuff. It's so 느끼해, it's so oily, right?
Exactly.
And so you always have to go for a hanjik Korean restaurant,
most of the time.
Which is why it's like, and if you go into a hanjik restaurant, you always want, depending on how large the size is,
how many members, right?
Yeah, you have to go for the ones with private rooms.
Yeah.
And then there's so many private rooms in a restaurant, and so you have to reserve ahead of time.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's the other issue. You were talking about how you and Adrian, go like, hey, listen, you have to send over whatever 10만 원 or something like that. But when it comes to paying, how does that work, right?
Yeah, that could be a moment of distress for the people who are inviting. So you can get into a fight with your siblings basically because of that. Like who's going to pay and how much and where we're going to go. Because you might want one of the children might want to go into just a casual, just a normal restaurant, and the other one might want to more fancy in a hotel room where there is like partition where there's a course menu, which is way more expensive per person. So you may get into a little fight, but so you have to decide in advance. Yeah.
Tip: Korean parents don't like course meals.
Yeah.
It's too 답답해.
And it takes forever. They don't want to say, they just want to like, 언제 나와?
You just have to have it there and just kind of like eat right off the bat. No cuts, right? It's just like, it's little things like that you have to understand. It doesn't matter how like modern things are nowadays. And my parents are a little bit more younger and they know the young way. No.
It happened to me not long ago. We were in this restaurant and the dessert was not coming, 후식 was not coming. I was like, 가자. Let's go. And then they're like, no, we wanted to give you as a service because we went all back in just to have the ice cream. Yeah, that was...
You know what they're saying that a producer is saying that usually what they do is because it can be burdensome for siblings, children, right? The children. And so like every month, because let's face it, Parents' Day happens every year.
Yeah.
All right. So you have the entire year to save up, like put in a little account.
개모임? We do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of them runs off.
Runs, right?
One of your brother runs
Emigrates
off.
to the U.S.
No, just save,
I mean, yeah,
save
saving,
some, right?
yeah.
And then
That's a
there's
good-
no pressure, there's no burden on them.
I think that's a good idea. And you can use it, not only on for Parents' Day, but, for other occasions.
There's another thing that happens, even though Parents' Day isn't supposed to be too complicated. Another thing that Koreans are saying that becomes a problem nowadays is that equality. And by
Yeah.
equality, I mean, let's say I did something for my in-laws. That means then my wife has to do something for my
for-
parents.
Yeah.
But then, like, if I did something big,
then
but
you
they
have
did
to
something
make
small for my parents, you go,
Yeah. So you have to really communicate, like, with your husband. Like, oh, how about we do this? Or even you just buy two of the same gifts, right? For
Yeah, fair
example,
enough.
if it's Hanu, then you just buy 2 sets of Hanu and it's exactly equal. You're just giving out the same amount of fruit, the same amount of meat. I think that's the easiest way to do it, because if you start, offering different kinds of present, either for the grandma, for your mother-in-law, or father-in-law, like, you can have, some, not jealousies, but, your husband can say, oh, why are you giving this to my mom? And then you're giving like money to your parents, It
Yeah.
could be something like that. If you give a gift to one family and money to another family, that could be also a little bit like problematic.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That's why, like, I know it's the worst thing you can do when you're, and I have a problem with this, is I'm not very good at buying gifts. And so I always ask them, what do you need? And it's just
I
best
like
to
that
ask.
too.
It's just
I like
best
that
to
too.
ask.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's not like your parents are going to be asking for some
Yeah.
like $2,000.
I need a fridge.
Yeah. I need a fridge, or I need a luxury bag. They're not going to say that.
car.
They know.
Yeah.
Like,
They know the bracket,
yes,
the
the
at least.
boundaries.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's best to just kind of ask what they need and things like that.
Yeah. I do that for kids' birthdays. So my daughter celebrated her birthday last December, and the parents, other friends were asking, oh, what does Luna like? And I was like, rather than what she likes, I'd rather have something that she needs.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked for ski gloves and Luna, it was so funny. She opened, I was like, ski gloves? The reaction was just so funny. I have it on camera. And then I asked for a bathing suit. And she's like, a bathing suit? So it was not really the thing that she like wanted, but the things that, because you have to buy it
need it
anyways.
anyways.
So I was like, okay, I think it's better for the parents to know exactly what she needs rather than what she really wants. Of course, among those other gifts, there's what she wants.
The best
But,
gifts, I realized, is gifts that you want, but you don't want to buy with your own money.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Gift that you kind of want, but you're like, should I buy it with my own money or not? You're hesitating. But if you get it, you're like really happy.
No,
Yeah.
I like my friend's really good
Yeah.
at doing that for my, like on my birthday, right? Like usually people know now everyone gives me wine
Yeah.
on my birthday now, which by the way, I love, right? It's great.
Right.
But then a buddy of my close friend of mine, what he does is he, like 1 year he sent me one of those projectors.
Yeah.
The mini projectors
Right.
where you can just like connect with
Put
your
it
phone.
everywhere. Yeah.
And I was like, this is genius.
Yeah.
Like, I've always wanted it, but didn't want to spend money on
on
this.
it, right.
And then, what is it? Another year, he gave me, truffle oil.
Yeah.
I was like...
You can do anju with that.
I was like, how did you know I wanted to buy this, but never
I was
wanted
like,
to pay my own money for this stupid thing?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. That's the best kind.
Yeah.
But what's...
For us too, women, we don't want to buy the bag with our own money.
Yeah, okay.
But we want it, So that's exactly the case.
That's completely different. Completely different here. Oh, man. But you know what? Parents, though, again, I think you made a very good point that... they want the heart.
In the end, yes, exactly. In the end, they just want a nice, sweet letter, a nice hug, a thank you, mom. They just those sweet words that
Yeah.
last. And they heal some wounds sometimes in the heart. You reconcile and you just show them that you love them and you tell them. You just voice it out, which is kind of hard in regular life to do because we're all, taken by all our activities. But just showing love,
Yeah.
and receiving love from our children on Children's Children's Day too.
Yeah. We got more stuff when it comes to family gatherings. Again, May is a big month for family gatherings. But first, let's take another short song break here. This is G.O.D. Featuring Megan Lee with The Story of Our Lives, 우리가 사는 이야기. All right, that last track there, G.O.D. featuring Megan Lee with The Story of Our Lives, 우리가 사는 이야기. We're talking about all the things that happens, Children's Day, Parents' Day. But then, you know the other thing that we didn't calculate, and for some of us, our grandparents are still alive.
Yeah.
And so my grandmother on my mom's side still alive.
Oh.
And so that's also technically, it's not, Parents' Day is not only about your parents. You have to go above too.
Yeah.
And so if you have surviving grandparents, that's like
you have to
another thing that you have to do too.
You have to take care of them. And they're very sensitive to that, you know. If you leave them at home and you just go with your parents to have dinner or lunch, they'll feel quite offended.
But gifts for grandparents is the easiest.
Money?
I don't know what it is about old people.
And then you get it back after because they give it to you.
No,
you know?
no. It's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. It's like this. You give the money to the grandparents, and the grandparents sees their
the bank account?
the great-grandchild, right? And then, you know, they need to give the money to our kids, and then it comes back to me because that's my money.
Yeah, exactly. It comes back to you, twice, double.
Yeah.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
So it's gain.
The other thing that we need to, let's talk about the characteristics of family gatherings. I remember when I first met you, for our interview, it was the first special, and I remember you were saying that you married into a relatively traditional family, and so like when you have like Chuseok, Seollal,
we always go and do the whole ceremony, and there's a lot of food and a lot of
So even on Parents' Day, like it becomes like a huge kind of event.
No. Parents' Day is not. We don't do it that way. I mean, Parents' Day in Korea, I think, is more just about, you know, gathering together, being together, but it's not like a huge feast. It's just like, 뭐 태어나게 해줘서 감사합니다. 뭐 잘 챙겨주셔서 감사합니다. Just, you know, saying nice words and just sharing your love to your parents. But most of the time, it's about eating. It's about eating. Almost all the gatherings in Korea is about eating.
Yeah,
you know, you meet someone, you say, let's 밥 먹자. Let's eat. You know, everything. 밥 먹었어 is even a greeting, right?
Or like, see you next time is like 다음에 밥 먹자, right? Let's eat again.
You know, it's really part of the culture, you know, and so you cannot avoid that. But when you're with the parents, even more, you feel like you have that the necessity to provide and to offer them things. So you do buy a lot of things. I mean, I always go with cake, with fruits, with things that I made or not or bought. So it's a way to show your respect, and the more you have, the better. You know, it has to be abundant.
Does your husband have siblings?
He has one younger brother.
Did he get married?
Also, and he has one child.
Yeah, and so like the thing is now you have like the what is it, the 동생, and then like the what is it,
and then you kind of compare what they buy and what we buy. So I always feel like they buy, you know, I buy fruits, but I don't buy like those premium fruits, right? You know what I mean?
미들급.
For example, strawberries, right? You can have you know, these days, you know, strawberries, they cost, you know, if you buy 3 packs, you can get for like even 10,000 sometimes. You know, you go. I just go to the market.
Your in-laws.
I don't know. I mean, I go to the market and I buy these and I make them into French dessert, right? I don't give the fruit I mean, but they buy those like 3만 원, you know, like one pack is like 3만 원, is like they're huge as my fist, you know, like so you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe next time I should be careful and ask them in advance what they're gonna buy, so you don't have to compare, or you have to like. Yeah, that's kind of a stress too.
We were saying that, again, I mean, the society has changed. And with the society changing, I think gifts also changed. And another thing that we've been seeing a lot is like traveling.
Oh, yeah.
And so as a gift, you would give them plane tickets or like send them off on a vacation.
I mean, that's the bet. I mean, if you can financially, I'm sure that's one of the greatest gifts you can give.
There are cheap ways, right? Which is why like Southeast Asia is a very popular destination.
Or even just Jeju Island, just go for 2 days and 3 nights. I mean, I'm sure that's.
And then you pay for the plane tickets, the hotel, and
all that stuff. But the thing I realize is usually they just don't want to go, 2 of them.
Huh?
They don't want to go, the grandparents. So your in-laws, for example, if I give them like, if I say, I reserved like a nice hotel for you guys, they would not want to go, just 2 of them.
Oh, everyone needs to go.
Yeah.
And then it becomes
So
a
it's
problem then.
So
Oh
it's
my
like,
goodness.
oh, okay. So you think you're doing good,
Yeah.
but then you're like, 같이 가야지, you know.
Yeah.
So it kind of becomes a hassle in the end.
But you know what? I think that's the thing here. I think, and that's how we're going to wrap things up. I think parents, what they want is, yes, money is good, gift is good, but they just want to spend time together.
Yeah, they want their kids to be happy.
Yeah.
That's it. As long as you are happy, then I'm happy. It's always like the leitmotif that they say. Like what my mom tells me is like, I don't need money. I don't need that. I just need, I need you to be happy in your life.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest things that she achieved.
And even if you have 3 children, they
I
want more.
want
They
my
want
kids
more.
to be happy.
They want more grandchildren. That's the other thing they want. Olivia, fun stuff here again. Oh my goodness, May being
Thank
Family Month, we're gonna be
you.
very, very busy.
Busy.
Have a safe one. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.